what it costs. So, if you know the name of that person, I will find out who it is.
No, I do, and I'm forgetting her name. And she and her staff and chief engineer were at this meeting at the high school. So it sounds to me like we need a little more interaction with the Drain Commission. She is up for re-election this year. So, and as we all keep saying, the county is very involved here beyond us. And Dean Kapinga, our county commissioner, I don't know if you, Dan, if you guys have gone to any of the county commission meetings, but it's, we need to step that up too. Go to the commission meetings. The Drain Commission must have meetings.
And the road commission too, right?
Yeah,
board?
yeah. And
how do we find out about these meetings? I mean,
we'll go on,
go online?
Yeah. I mean, we can try to coordinate the information, but if you go to the Allegheny County website, it's all there, just like our website. When they meet, who they are. And I know it's a lot of pieces and it's frustrating, but it's part of the reality.
This whole thing is so frustrating because most of it comes down to, okay, the lake is high. Most of it is the drain.
No.
Do you all agree?
Yep.
Good part of it. Yeah. We can help you
been,
focus on that. We don't control the drain.
I mean, it's all, a lot of this, probably 80% of it could have been avoided if someone, the drain commissioner, had done her job.
But contact us here at the office. I'll get you her information.
Okay.
But we need to reach out on your behalf and in a coordinated effort.
Is there anyone else who would like to speak this evening? Did you sign the thing? Thank you. Okay.
Will you guys put out, we have our email, what you discussed at this meeting?
Yeah, the minutes are always available. Yep, after the meeting, but it typically takes a couple weeks.
Well, they're posted after the board, we approve them on the February meeting, but everything's online. I encourage you. And if you haven't signed up, if you live in the township and you're not getting our email alerts and newsletter, go to info@saugatucktownship.org and send us your email address. We have about 300 people, but we've got over 3,000 people in the township. So we're trying to improve communication.
I do have one thought on minutes, because the minutes, I mean, tonight we just approved minutes from a meeting a month ago. Can unapproved minutes be available on the website? The draft minutes? Sure. Because they're always done within a week, pending no illnesses or something. I mean, they're usually done within 5 days. If we could have the draft minutes available, that might be helpful. I have one other thought. We have a wonderful website. It's very easy to maneuver through, and if you're looking for something, if you're not a computer savvy person, if you get on the Saugatuck Township website, I mean, it's pretty simple, I think. But all our meetings are listed on there for the township, but because we're a township in a county, would it be appropriate to list county meetings too and have that information on our website?
Or maybe and I don't even know, we may have this, but if we don't, maybe just a link to the county website.
That would be,
everything,
yes, then that would be much
And I'm not here
better.
defending the county, but
No.
I've learned in that last meeting, they've been posting a lot of good information on the whole erosion issue. They have a tab specifically on this that we probably all should take a look at. But again, that's through the Allegheny County website. It's pretty good. But
I like the idea of a link to it because often there are changes to meetings and places and things, times or agendas. So then you could get all the information and it's correct. But, is that a suggestion, maybe, John, that could be made?
Yeah,
writing it down too.
Yep.
Okay.
And I'll check on the draft minutes. I don't know the answer to that.
Yeah.
But
if it's
legal and okay.
Yeah, I didn't know because it's not approved. So, and there are sometimes errors. Okay. Are there any other public comments that anyone would like to say anything? Where's yours? Okay. Moving on to item 9 then, is board discussion, John?
So, the Township Board met on January 8th. Just a reminder, we're now meeting on the second Wednesday of each month. That was a change that just started. On the public comment side, there were a couple people that commented there had been a draft resolution submitted to the board that was on the agenda and put in the official packet relative to the proposed marina plans for the North Shore development. One of the speakers was the attorney for North Shore, and another was a member of the public that was urging us to adopt this resolution. Then when we voted to approve our agenda, it was moved that we withdraw that item from discussion, table it until the session can be held, scheduled with our legal counsel. And just a word on that issue, the last time we had a private legal consultation with the board was in December a year ago. Since that time, there are 2 new board members since that last meeting, so pretty certain that's been scheduled to happen before our February meeting, like the hour before, so that's a good thing. Correspondence that was received to the board, one of them was on the issue of water connection fees, especially how that relates to marijuana growth facilities. I think we discussed this. Our current schedule for water connection fees doesn't include a marijuana growth facility. We don't even have a greenhouse item. These are old lists. We have things like convents and drive-in theaters on there, but not, so the point is we need to catch up to where our businesses are. So there was correspondence received on that, and also some letters supporting this resolution on the North Shore Marina. Then we had discussion. There's a revised joint resolution out there, joint meeting between the 2 cities and the township on the Blue Star Trail. We voted to approve. We were the third. The 2 cities have approved this joint resolution. Now we are on board. We also voted to have Supervisor Osmond and Trustee Marcy represent the township on this joint committee, which is about to schedule its next meeting. We also voted unanimously to support the Planning Commission decision to allow adult use marijuana businesses in the township. We then had a further discussion to review these water connection fees that I mentioned. It's primarily come up right now in conjunction with the 236 Culver growth facility, which has all been approved. We did vote to allow them to pay their connection fee in installments over time, because it's quite a hefty sum. They will also be granted the opportunity, I believe it's after 2 years, to actually analyze how much water was used to see if an adjustment might be made. We approved a resolution seeking support for the lakeshore erosion activity from the county, state, and federal government. This letter has gone out, as I said, to our congressional representatives, the governor, our state representatives, and the county. Let's see. We reported back that the board, we had done a strategy and goals board meeting in December. So the summaries came back from the facilitator for us to review, and we have directed our manager, Griffin Graham, to kind of go through those lists and propose some priorities in his view based on the staff time and the number of hours that would be necessary to achieve those goals. So we'll be reviewing those in February, and then the final kind of rundown will be posted on the website. And if anyone wants to see any of that in the meantime, I'm happy to share it, so just ask me. Okay. All right. We got an update on the situation with, you may recall that several months ago, the board voted to rejoin the Emergency Services Committee, which is the 6 townships and city of Fenville that contract with AMR Ambulance for service south of the river. Since that point where we voted to return, and we also restored the millage on those homes south of the river, there's been a lot of management changes at AMR, the ambulance company, and these new people have come in very heavy-handedly. They have not signed the contract and agreed to the terms that had been negotiated. And we're already halfway through that contract. They're serving us, but we're not paying them because of this dispute. So the committee is now looking at potentially bringing in a different ambulance vendor after July 1st. So that hangs out there. And that's it. Our next meeting of the board is Wednesday, February 12th, and we'll include this